See how the cosines cancel, the sines cancel? Answer is 1, done. Those are both kind of simple. Look at 51. Now this one I have on the board here. Now pay attention, because here's where some of you are going to go, what do you want? Which way do you want it? Here's 51, cosecant 1 over sine. So this would be just cosine over sine. Now some of you might be wondering, should I leave that for the answer? Wouldn't this, when it's just one trig function value, be a simpler answer than that? Do you understand what I'm saying to you here? I got it, Chris. I messed up. Thank you. Cosine over sine is cotan. Now, are you clear what I'm saying? When you take this quiz tomorrow and you do this converting, if you can put the answer to only one trig function value, that's a simpler answer than that. Look at 52. I'm not going to put it on the board, just look at it. You see the parentheses? 1 plus tan squared? Isn't that secant squared? Isn't that one of those Pythagorean identities over there? And then you see how I converted? And then 1 over sine squared is cosecant squared. Now, are you clear what I'm saying? I don't want you to be confused on the quiz tomorrow. In 51 and 52, the final answer went to one trig function value. That's simpler. Now, how many of you distributed in that one? 'Cause I'm willing to bet some of you did. Did anyone in number 52 distribute? Okay, if you distributed, wouldn't you get cotan squared plus what, John? 1. And isn't 1 plus cotan squared cosecant squared? So guess what? If you did that, that's okay. It's legitimate. So that's 2 ways you could have done that, and either way you get the same answer. Look at 53. There's 2 ways you could have done 53. Now, do you see what I did there? I just want you to see these different things. See cosecant squared minus 1 on my answer sheet? Look right here. You bring this 1 over here. Isn't cosecant squared minus 1 cotan squared? That's an alternate form. Okay, that's what I put in there, and then I converted. But again, how many distributed there? A sine squared times a cosecant squared is 1, and then 1 minus sine squared is cosine squared. Do you see it's the same answer? If you're sitting there going, which way do you want me to do it? I don't care. You're going to get the same answer. 54. Now, do you understand from freshman algebra in 54 you don't have to do a whole FOIL method? That's just first and last? Adam?
For the identities on the quiz, are you going to have them or do we need to know?
No, I'm giving them to you. Okay. Guys, all the fundamental identities will be on the test. You don't have to memorize those.
On the test?
I'm putting them right on the test paper.
Oh, sweet.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
You do not have to, look, I'm sorry. As a teacher, I'm not testing you on memorization of identities. This is about how to use them. That's what I want. You gotta know how to use them. The identities will be right on the paper for you. So take that out of your head. You do not have to memorize them. Yes?
Why do you have for 54 tan squared equals then sine over cosine then
Well,
back?
this is why I'm explaining this.
Oh,
In number 54, the final answer is tan squared. I put that sine squared over cosine squared. Yeah, that's what tan squared equals, but again, I want the simpler answer. Yes?
I just had a question back on 53.
Yeah.
So if it was like sine squared of theta times the quantity of cosecant of theta, like if the cosecant wasn't squared, then you couldn't change that to cosine, right? So it'd be a completely different problem.
Right. The exponent's got to be the same.
Okay.
Now, look, let's not screw this up. You see these right here? I've said this before. These only work when they're squares. That's why they're called Pythagorean identities, squared Pythagorean theorem. These 3 here, they have to be squared to use those. Now the reciprocals and the ratio ones, those could be any power. Those Pythagoreans have to be squared. Swipe to the next page. Look at 58. Look at 58. 1 minus sine squared, that's cosine squared. 1 plus cotan squared, that's cosecant squared. And then do you see what I did there? I just converted the bottom, multiply by the reciprocal, boom. Yes?
In 58, does it matter if like the sine was first or then cosine second?
No.
Answer?
No, that doesn't matter. If that said sine squared, cosine squared, that's the same answer. 60, don't worry about. No, don't even worry about 60. I ain't gonna give you one like that. I mean, it's there for you to look at, but don't worry about it. Look at 61. You see all I did there? I just went distribute, 1 minus sine squared, cosine squared, done. That was one step and you're done. Look at 62. 1 plus tan squared is secant squared, 1 plus cotan squared is cosecant squared, and then do you see what I did? I converted and then multiplied by the reciprocal. See how nice that came out? Sine squared over cosine squared, and then that's tan squared. So the quiz tomorrow, again, is gonna be on the homework you got back tomorrow, or yesterday, and the homework you just got back. It's the last 2 homework assignments, that's the quiz. 4, 5, 6, here. And that'll be worth 40 points. I don't think you'll need the whole period for this. All right, last thing. This is gonna take maybe 10 minutes.